This is Casual Smash Gauntlet, episode 9, and I'm your host, Jesse Wadler. And joining me for this episode is... an up-and-coming player with their roots in Smash 4, having attended multiple tournaments, including a 5th place finish at a G-Wall Pro Tag Team Tournament. The Little Mac main, Orangecorn, is here today. Orangecorn, welcome to the hot seat, where we ask you the most important questions and then sacrifice you to the gauntlet. How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good today. It's been chill so far.
Well, I like to hear that. I hope the gauntlet heats it up a little bit for you and you're not feeling chill throughout it. But I have to ask you, what's your Smash story? What got you into Smash?
So it started out, I remember seeing like people play through Subspace Emissary through YouTube, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So eventually I got Smash 4 on the Wii U. I played it more as a party game compared to like competitiveness. And then Smash Ultimate came out. There was a lot of hype around that game. And I think that's when I really started taking the game more seriously.
And with every release, the content has increased, the gameplay value has increased, the roster has expanded, and it's become a better and better game, and people are driving themselves to be more competitive because of that. But with every positive, there's a negative, and so I have to ask you, who is the worst character imaginable in Smash Ultimate?
All right, I would probably say Duck Hunt. I just find their projectiles to be quite a nuisance.
Okay. You'd probably break the heart of a prior contestant, Captain Mudkip, who brought in their Duck Hunt into the competition. But I get it. They're definitely an odd choice of a character. Not much of a lineage there in terms of games outside of the one. I could see them going. But with that, what brought you to the Gauntlet? Why are you here today?
Just wanted to expand my horizons. I wanted to try get some more experience in with Smash Ultimate and stuff, and just try to get better at the game.
Well, there's no better way to get better than to challenge the Gauntlet, because it'll test you in every way imaginable. And this is the team right here of 15 players that will challenge you during the Gauntlet. 45 stocks versus 9. So let's go ahead and reveal your team one by one.
All right. So my first member is going to be Pyra and Mifra. Simply, I picked them up recently, and I think they would be pretty good for the Gauntlet. Just give them a test.
Sure, top tier character.
All right. Second member is going to be Mewtwo. Mewtwo was actually my first main when I got into Smash Ultimate. Okay. I think he'll provide some balance to the team. And lastly, it's going to be my main. It's going to be Little Mac. Just simply, he's the character I have the best control over, and I just want, hopefully he can carry just in case Mewtwo or Pyra doesn't make it far.
He's a true glass cannon. I'm sure you'll take a lot of shots with him, but you'll probably lose one or two that you will regret because of just how Little Mac is. So it's an interesting team lineup, some floatiness, some top talent, and then Little Mac to really just drive it home. And with that team, how far do you think you're going to make it in today's Gauntlet?
Oh man, hopefully I can make it to, I believe it was like DK. Let's see if we can make it there.
All right, then. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that. And for the crowd out there, make sure you go ahead, like, and subscribe to this channel, because your community involvement keeps the Gauntlet sated. And with that, let's go ahead and get into the Gauntlet. Let's go ahead and get into the battle stats. In Orange Corn's run, he took 6 stocks for the price of 9 stocks, with an efficiency percentage of 67%. His toughest opponent was young Link, who took 5 stocks, while his easiest opponent was Byleth, who took 3 stocks. Orange Corn's run ended on Jigglypuff. His character stats are displayed here. The Gauntlet has claimed another victim. Orange Corn, how are you feeling, man?
It was rough, but it was pretty fun overall.
Well, I'm glad you had the fun with it. I think overall, your Mewtwo had some amazing spacing, and I think you did really well overall, especially given the Gauntlet and how difficult it can be for everyone. And with that, I mean, you must have had a favorite moment that came up. What was your favorite moment?
It's definitely had to be that. I think it was the one-on-one with the Mewtwo and the Young Link, especially Young Link's last stock.
Yes, I felt like that went on forever.
Exactly, it was so tense.
For a moment there, I'd forgotten it was a last stock situation for Young Link, and so when you launched me and it said game, I was like, oh, like there it is. And it was an awesome moment. But with every great moment, there's difficulty, and that's what makes the Gauntlet. What was the most surprisingly difficult moment for you?
I would say actually the first round, trying to find that balance between Pyra and Mythra. Just switching out, seeing what was trying to work and stuff. Trying to find an opening with that Byleth, and it wasn't able to.
And I always mix these two up, but your Mythra, I mean, you had great tilts, you had great spacing with her. Once you got one hit in, you were guaranteed to get at least 4 in, so you had great follow-up game. And so that was pretty awesome. And then your Pyra, you got the kills. When she connected, it definitely, I felt it. So overall, I think you were just getting over your nerves a little bit, and at which point, that's when the Mewtwo came in, and I think you were settled in when Mewtwo came.
Right.
And so, now that you've gone through the Gauntlet, you've experienced it for yourself, not just as a viewer, but as a competitor, one of only 9 to have ever done this now. What advice do you have for the next episode, or realistically, the next season of Casual Smash Gauntlet?
All right, so as for advice, I would say space your characters, or know which character you're gonna play up next. Try to get some good matchups, because I had Lil Mac as my anchor, but I don't think it will work that as well.
Definitely a risky pick, Little Mac. Great kill potential, but can be killed from the smallest mistake.
Definitely. I think it's just trying to find that balance between who you're good with and what your matchup is.
And to you, future competitors, there is now 9 competitors who have shown their teams, shown their strategies, and given advice. So when Season 2 comes around, make sure to take note and bring your best. This has been Casual Smash Gauntlet, Episode 9. It has been an excellent episode, and so far a great series. And I want to thank you, Orange Corn, for joining us. And with that, I'll see you next week.